tied, no score. New York Mets are batting in the bottom of the first inning at Shea Stadium in New York. And the Mets and the Cubs will be playing again tomorrow afternoon. We'll be broadcasting and televising again at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Tom O'Hara hitting .289 for the year. 22 home runs, 95 runs batted in. It's a single to left field for a base hit. 1-1 across the plate. Ball swing all the way to the wall. Tony's getting the green light to round third. He's scoring another.
Alsjeblieft, het KLM-vliegtuig, vlucht KL 644 uit New York en Londen is geland bij uitgang 24. Your attention please, the KLM flight KL 644 from New York and London has just landed at gate 24.
Flight arrivals. I repeat. Security staff and medical team. At once. Gate 24. Flight arrivals.
I resent letters which order me to cooperate with strangers, in particular with junior members of a foreign police force.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I didn't write that letter.
Why are you Americans interested in our drug rackets?
Because at present, most of the heroin that leaves Holland turns up in the States.
And the implication is that since we haven't stopped it, you'll come over here to do so, hmm?
No one is implying that, sir. I can assure you.
Can you indeed?
All right, Sherman, what is your side of it?
Well, 2 days ago, 3 people were professionally murdered because they intercepted and stole a consignment of heroin that we know came from here.
How do you know this?
They all worked for a firm called Schulster, which imports entirely from Holland.
You call this proof?
No, sir.
And what do you hope to achieve in Amsterdam?
Find the source.
No. Oh, is that all?
We haven't done very well so far, Mr. Sherman. We know the stuff comes in bulk. We know it goes out broken up. But where or how, we've no idea.
Well, we can all sit back and let our American allies solve it for us, like in the war.
It's a beautiful city.
Oh, I am glad you're enjoying yourself after such an eventful day.
I didn't kill the cloak.
Oh, that was quite clear at the airport. But we were able to find out very little about this man, except his name. In fact, he came from London 3 weeks ago. He seems to have been meeting your plane.
Yes, he was one of our men.
But, sir, Duclos must have been onto something.
And now we've lost it.
Perhaps.
Tell me, you used to be Dutch.
Yes, we moved to the States when I was quite young.
Sherman. What sort of Dutch name is that?
Oh, we changed it. Easier to pronounce.
How does one apologize for other people? He retires soon, Mr. Sherman, that's the trouble. The thought of growing tulips all day doesn't much appeal to him.
Sherman. We're acquainted with your methods. But here we are all subject to the law, myself included, and you're no exception.
You have a reservation for me, Sherman.
Now, we've done the Anne Frank house. How about the Rijksmuseum?
We've seen the Rijksmuseum. That's where the Rembrandts are.
Welcome to Amsterdam, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you.
Room 616, Mr. Sherman.
Thank you.
Oh, leave those. I'll have one of the boys bring them up. That's okay. I don't mind taking them. Room 616.
Hello, love. Oh. Hello, love. American? English? 30 guilders to you, love. Come on.
Well, did he contact anyone?
I lost him.
You mean he knew he was being followed and lost you?
Yes.
That's very clever. You won't get a second chance. You know his reputation. Efficient, never makes mistakes. Ruthless.
Who is it?
Sherman.
Sherman. Hello, Sherman. It was Paul last time we saw each other.
When did you get in?
Lunchtime plane. Absolutely packed. You know, Washington would only provide first-class transportation for... Were you followed here?
Someone tried. Were you?
No.
Yes, of course. No one outside of Washington knows you're on this job.
How many know about you?
Naturally, the local police chief, name of DeGraff. Besides him, only Jim DeClos.
Well, neither of them would talk. Paul, something's bothering you.
Jimmy DeClos is dead. Shot. Meeting me at the airport. The police say there was a girl with him. Could you find out who she was?
I'll try. Any lead on the man who was following you?
Went to a warehouse at the docks. Had the name Morgenstern outside.
Morgenstern. Do you want me to go over there and
No,
try?
I'll do. I want to keep you strictly undercover. Not even the police here must know about you. These people, whoever they are murdering wholesale. It's going to be a rough one, Maggie.
How's Joanna?
She's extremely happy.
That's nice.
Yeah, we got a divorce last year.
I'll get started on looking for Jimmy's girlfriend.
Freeze. Don't move. Put your hands on the table.
Who sent you? All right. Turn around. I asked you a question. Who sent you? All right, put your hands up. Above your head. Straight! Now turn around. Now, for the last time, who sent you?
Let me see your book again. Well, this booking was taken last Saturday. It should be somewhere up here. Have you got it here? Is it on that page?
616, please.
Mr. Sherman.
My key, please. Thanks.
Could go on a boat tour on the canals.
I get sick on boats, you know that. I suppose we'd have to stay in tonight, that's all.
Seems a pity to stay in. We could have gone out for a drink.
That's all you ever think about.
Is anybody phoning? Police and ambulance? Yes. All right, get a blanket, will you?
She met Jimmy Duclos 2 weeks ago. Her name is Astrid LeMay, and she works at the Bellanova nightclub.
What does she do? Take them off?
I'd say more puts them on.
Puts what on?
The customers. She gets them to buy drinks at fantastic rates and then promises to meet them outside in half an hour.
Doesn't.
Not while I was watching.
I want to talk to her.
I'll find her.
Great Rhine barges, the harbor and docks. And over there, the city itself. That's our royal palace. You married, Mr. Sherman?
I was.
Any children?
No.
You're a wise man. This is no world for the innocent.
What do you mean?
I'd like to show you something. Come. Trudy. Say hello to Mr. Sherman. Then you must go up to your room.
No, Papa.
Then do as I ask, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Dutch gin. Prost.
I understand why you brought me here.
She calls me Papa. In fact, she's my brother's daughter. He and I worked in Curacao together. He was killed with his wife in a car crash last year.
How old is she?
Well, it's all right. She won't understand this. Officially, 24. Mentally, 4, 5, something like that. When she was 16, she was an intelligent young girl. And someone introduced her to heroin. Within 6 months, she was on 5 grains a day. Within a year, she was in an oxygen tent, not far from death. They brought her around, but somewhere she lost 12 years. She left hospital with child again. I suppose forever.
Trudy?
Yes, Hoto?
Come.
Who's she? A nurse?
An old retainer, you might say. My parents' housekeeper from the island of Hoyle. That's in the Zuyder Zee. Well, Mr. Sherman, do you feel like working tonight?
Why, of course.
Good. How long have you worked in narcotics, Mr. Sherman?
Too long.
We all feel that way. They're the coming thing. Nice kids. No trouble to anyone. Just a harmless evening smoking pot. And each one is sure he won't get hooked. They think there's still a future. But in a year, half of them will be on the hard stuff. And next year, 3 out of every 10 will be dead.
Just came in. Johann Gerber, age 19. I won't show his face. He's been in the canal too long. Now, this one is, let's see, Hans Rosenmeyer. The horses, please. 16.
Riddled with heroin. 16.
What are these bruises?
He fell off a warehouse roof.
May I?
Hmm.
What was he doing up there, I wonder?
Who knows? Who knows anything with these wrecks?
Entrepot docks.
I'll show you the place if you wish.
No, I think I'll get a bed, Inspector.
Yes, of course.
Shows to New York.
Yeah. Bibles. A souvenir warehouse. That's odd.
Mary Ann. Where'd you get this book?
From the man who was following me. Now, how's your famous intuition working?
Very well.
What does Mary Ann mean, then?
Name of a boat.
Scotch, please. Thank you. Miss LeMay?
Yes?
I had to make sure it was you. Don't go. Please, join me.
Who are you? How did you know I was here?
I was told.
Well, what do you want?
Jimmy Duclos was a friend of mine. I simply wanted to meet the last person to speak to him.
I don't know who killed him.
I don't want to know who. I want to know why.
For the same reason you will be if you don't stop asking these questions.
This statue is, of course, of a much later date than the church itself, and the artist now lives in Italy. Oh, we must rejoin our bus on the Pont Notre Dame now, because we have just about time for lunch before we go to Hague. Mesdames, Messieurs, alors venez avec moi pour l'autobus. C'est au coin du jardin, là-bas.
She came straight here. The only one she spoke to was some woman in charge.
What's she like?
A spinster with a very grim face.
I'll take a look inside later.
Mr. Sherman? Oh, hello, Mr. Sherman.
Hello, Trudy. What are you doing here? You alone? Where's Hertha?
Hertha's gone. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
I'm just a tourist.
Are you Mr. Sherman's friend?
Who?
I'm Sherman. I better take you home, Trudy.
Don't want to go.
How about a taxi ride?
Can we go in a taxi? A taxi?
scotch, please.
I'm not giving him any more money.
And you're going out to meet him just to tell him that?
He's got to be made to understand. It can't go on. I'm getting into debt.
You can have all the money you need for George. And yourself. I'm always generous when it comes to something I really want.
I need it. I need it. Look, you asked me to meet you. I only need 20 stinking guilders. I know you've got something there. If you won't give it to me, I'll get it from somewhere else. But I'll get it.
Why don't you stop following me?
Right, next time I'll let you get mugged.
He wasn't a thief. He was my brother. Now leave us alone.
Oh, God.
LeMay.
Excuse me, is there something wrong?
No, why?
Well, I thought I heard some noises in the church.
Church?
Yes, my church. I'm the pastor here. I thought someone was in there.
Not me, Reverend. Haven't been in church in years.
Is it a friend?
Yeah.
But what is the matter with him?
Oh, a few drinks too many, that's all.
Oh, perhaps I can help.
That's all right. Would you mind? You may not believe this, but I found him in a church.
George, you fool, you bloody fool. Go on, get out.
Can't you see I'm trying to help you?
How can you help me?
Do you want to spend the rest of your life being blackmailed? Lead Chloe to his death? Get George his daily fix?
I didn't know they were going to kill Jimmy.
But they did, and you set him up. You're the only one to know he'd be at the airport to meet me.
God's sake, what else could I do? I can't just let my brother die.
Why did they kill the Chloe? What have you found out?
I don't know.
And I think you do.
I don't. I swear I don't.
You swear easily, don't you?
I was in love with Jimmy.
If you change your mind, call me at this number. Oh, good morning, Colonel.
I want a word with you. What are all these men doing here?
I requested a search at the Morgenstern warehouse, sir.
Who gave permission?
Inspector Van Gelder.
My force has better things to do on a Sunday morning than to run around playing games with you.
Well, I think it's imperative to our case that we look closely.
Our case? Since when have I been consulted?
Colonel de Graaf, ever since I arrived here, you resented my presence. Now, I've got good reason to believe that this warehouse is directly linked with the transportation of heroin to the States. Now, may I get on with it?
Do it quickly.
Thank you, sir.
If it helps, Morgenstern's been to prison.
Thank you, it does. I'd be grateful if you took charge, Colonel. That would make it look more official.
Boy, I hope you know what you're doing.
I want to give the appearance of a search. What I really want are the invoices, giving a list of all the suppliers of souvenir items to the warehouse.
Have you seen this, sir?
Is he in?
Yes, sir.
Right, let's go. Police, sir. It's a routine search.
Wait a minute. Why?
I apologize for what is, I'm sure, a complete waste of time. But I am very interested in that doll, a puppet now dangling from your hoisting beam.
What?
Will you come with me? I'll show you.
150 years. Our families have been respected by all the tradesmen in Amsterdam. Go on, search. Search all you want.
Don't you want to know what we're searching for?
Why should I? We have nothing to hide.
But who put it there, Morgenstern, and why?
I don't know, sir. Some maniac. I have to find out. I will dismiss the man responsible.
You do that. Well, did you get what you wanted?
Yes.
You did? Morgenstern's never been mixed up with anything as big as drugs before.
Do you think he knew about that doll up there?
Oh, yes, I'm sure he did. Why?
I saw him last night with the close girlfriend.
You didn't tell me that.
It's her face in the doll.
Maybe you would be kind enough to tell me just what you think that means.
Will you tell me?
I wonder if your ceaseless activities in Amsterdam have taken you across the path of someone called George. George LeMay.
Yes, I know him.
George LeMay was taken in charge last night.
What for?
For being dead, Chairman.
What happened?
One injection too many. His heart finally acknowledged the futility of going on.
He wasn't murdered?
No. Surprising, isn't it, since you're involved? Stop here. I thought you might be interested to know.
Thank you, Colonel. Miss LeMay?
"20 years in this business. This kind of insanity still turns my stomach. I want your report tonight.
Yes, sir.
What kind of man? An addict, if he had to earn his armful. Inspector, who was she?
Astrid LeMay, sir.
Duclos' girlfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe de Graaf was right. Death follows me around.
The dolls come from Hoyler. So does Herta and the barge Marianne. The heroin is sent in the dolls to the Morgenstern's warehouse, the main supply center. From there it's dispatched to its distributors abroad, either in the dolls, the Bibles, or the pendulum weights of the clocks. One more thing. The young girl, Trudy, always carries one of the dolls. It could be they're using the kid as an unwitting messenger. I'm proceeding to Hoyler. If I fail to make next contact on schedule, suggest emergency fatality procedure. End of dispatch number 3, Sherman, Amsterdam.
Why did you wait till now to go to Hoyler?
Because today is the 18th.
Oh, I see. 0600 on the 19th. That's 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Right.
And the other figures are a map reference.
Very good. You don't miss much, do you?
I missed you.
I always meant to write. But you know how things were.
I understand.
That's Hoyler.
The Lion's Den. What are you thinking?
I was, thinking about my ex-wife, as a matter of fact.
Oh. Sorry I asked.
I was thinking about how you and she have absolutely nothing in common.
What was she like?
Very affectionate. With other men. My fault. I was never there.
don't know if I'd like to be married to you or not.
We'll see.
Promises, promises. What's there?
That's what I hope to find out.
How?
I'm going back to Amsterdam tonight. 6 o'clock on the 19th is a rendezvous time. I bet my
life on it.
The Marianne picks up the bulk heroin there. And I want to be there when they make the pickup. She brings it in here.
Why here?
Because the Marianne is from Hoyle. So if I'm right, I'll be back in Hoyle sometime tomorrow morning.
And if you're wrong?
Now, you're a tourist. Doing this island. Let's take a look at the other map. There's the doll factory.
Which is on the north side of the island, about a quarter of a mile from Castle Linden. And there's a moat that surrounds them. It surrounds the castle and a drawbridge. And on the south side of the island, there's a hotel.
Hello. Oh, hello. I saw you at the church. Yes. Mr. Sherman was there. He's my friend.
Yes, I remember. Are you here alone?
Herta had to go away. Before she comes back, would you like to see my dolls?
What kind of dolls?
They make them here on the island. Please, let me show them to you.
No, I really haven't much time.
Oh, but it's not far to the castle. And I haven't got any other friends to show them to.
All right, I will come with you. They're lovely. Where'd you get them?
They're mine.
Well, of course they're yours. I'm not going to take them. But you can tell me. I'm your friend.
They're not really mine. Sometimes I have to give them away to people as presents.
Trudy, let you and I share a little secret, all right? Who gives you the dolls?
I do. I do. Trudy, you were told never to bring anyone in here.
But she's my friend.
But so am I. Why don't you leave your two friends together? Herta is waiting downstairs.
Oh, please, I don't want to go.
Please.
You will come and see me again, won't you?
Yes.
Thank you so much for looking after her. Let me show you a way out.
No, I can find my own way, thank you.
No, not that way. That leads to the courtyard. It would interfere with the dance. Please, this way. Thank you. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is going to be all right. Yeah. Look.
No. No. No.
Good morning, Mr. Sherman. Welcome to my castle. I trust you found what you're looking for. But, we've met, of course, before, haven't we?
Who killed her?
Ah, Miss LeMay, you mean? Well, it amused me. Also, she was about to be most indiscreet after her brother died. That didn't suit us at all.
Who killed Maggie?
Hmm? Oh, you're rather young lady. It was your fault she had to die. That beautiful girl. I'm afraid we recognized her today as the girl who had attended one of our services the other day.
I'm gonna kill you, Megan.
Isn't it simply beautiful? And we knew you'd be along sooner or later.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yes. You are trespassing, my friend. You also killed 2 friends of mine. If only people would live and let live. Interference, mixing with each other's affairs. Why do they do it? If you only stayed out of it, nobody would have got hurt.
I'm gonna kill you.
I tried to help the ladies, I did try to make it beautiful for them. Ah! You may be interested in the castle guidebook. Listen. You are now in the celebrated Castle of the Clocks. The finest collection in Europe. Some say in the world. For the entertainment of visitors, a recorded device has been installed to give some idea what it sounds like when every clock strikes 12 simultaneously. Oh, would you like to hear it, Mr. Sherman? I admit I've adjusted the machine just a little, just for you, Mr. Sherman. Ah! I'm severely displeased with you, Mr. Sherman, but I want you to lie beautifully. You're an artist, too. I'm giving you the best I have. The most divine sound that I love.
Can you hear me, Mr. Sherman? I'm gonna kill you and whoever told you to kill Maggie.
I was told that the sound can send a man insane within 15 minutes. And dead in 20. I wonder how long will you last, Mr. Sherman? We'll try. I'm going back to Amsterdam.
Yes, sir.
Get rid of the body later.
Yes? I see, at the castle. And Megren's dead. Well, in that case, you'd better go ahead. No. No, let me take care of that. Sergeant?
Sir?
Sergeant, I don't want to be disturbed, not by anyone.
Very good, sir.
I'll explain in the car. Where are we going? You said you wanted the bastard in charge.
Yes, I know, but who is it?
Right, come on.
Morgenstern, are you serious?
Everything. Everything leads to this warehouse. Megren worked for him? They all did.
Yes, but where is your evidence? What have you got?
Enough.
Morgenstern?
Hmm? What do you want?
Police.
But what do you want?
You're under arrest.
Why? On what charge?
You're under arrest.
Look, I'm not going to take the blame for everybody.
Good evening, Mr. Sherman.
We all knew it wasn't Morgenstern, didn't we?
We had a good system going until you came.
No wonder De Graaf got nowhere.
The distribution going on right under his nose. In Trudy's doll.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every minute of it.
Most regrettable end to a promising career. I shall say so at your funeral.
Why, Van Gelder? Why all this?
Here's one $60,000 reason why.
No!
Lights!
Where is he? He didn't come this way, Sherman.
The roof.
He'll make for the river.
Yeah, if you let him. 2 cars block the east gate.
All right, come on.
We'll take the other end.
Do we go up, sir? No, not yet.
please! For God's sake! Switch it off! Shower! 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 Please! Shower! Switch it off! Shower! Switch it off!